Hey folks, welcome back to Lyrapulse, where strategy meets tech, and luckily for us, AI hasn't taken over podcast hosting just yet.
Yeah, and we are hanging in there until the ChatGPT decides to develop a charming voice and better jokes. But until then, you have got us. I am Dhananjay.
And I'm Akshat. We are strategy consultants by the day and apparently podcast survivors by the night.
Let's not attempt the robots. But yeah, today's episode is all about India's AI movement. The real question is, are we see catching up to the momentum or they are actually ahead of the curve?
So, Dhananjay, have you been keeping up with all the AI investment buzz lately?
Absolutely, it's everywhere. Even with the funding slowing down in the general, but AI is still pulling in big VC money. It's wild.
Exactly. And India's riding that wave. I saw a stat that private equity and venture capital investment actually went up 9% last year. 43 billion across 1600 deals. That's during a time when most markets were tightening their budgets up.
Yeah, and what's interesting is how the focus has shifted. Investors aren't just betting on anything that says AI anymore. They are being smarter. Most of the actions, it's on the application layer now.
Right. Real use cases over raw tech. It's no longer about who's building the next big foundational model. It's more like cool, you are using Gen AI, but are you actually solving a problem that needs to be solved?
Exactly. Startups are getting more practical. AI for logistics, healthcare diagnostics, legal document reviews, edtech, you name it. Stuffs that's not just impressive, but actually useful.
And that's where India has an edge. We have got the talent, we have got data folks, product folks, domain folks, and we are still operating at a lower cost base than most mature economies. That gives founders more room to experiment and to reiterate their models.
Totally. Plus, the diversity of our data is insane. You want a training set with real complexity? Come to India. Health, agri, languages, buying patterns, you get a whole spectrum of variation, which makes AI tools more adaptable globally.
Yup, and the government's not sitting back either. The India AI mission is a big move ahead. 10,000 crore in public money, public assets, computer infrastructure, and innovation hubs. They're trying to close that resource gap that we have with the big nations.
And also, I have heard they have ordered 18,000 GPUs, which is a serious firepower. Sure, it doesn't put us on par with the Nvidia or OpenAI yet, but it's a start. India startups have always struggled with access to compute. That's beginning to change.
Though, let's be real for a second. Hardware is still a sore spot. We are just not there yet in AI chips or deep tech manufacturing. Most startups still rely on external providers to do the heavy lifting for them.
That's true, but India's never been about owning the hardware game. Our strength always been software, services, and now AI tooling. And that's exactly where a lot of investors are putting their money in.
Yeah, it's not about building the model, it's about deploying it better. Vector DBs, fine tuning stacks, AI ops, RAG frameworks, those are the bets right now.
And here is the kicker. In 2024, AI funding value went down, but the number of deals went up. That means VC are backing more early stage players. Smaller rounds, but more of them. They are spending the risk, which is honestly a great for innovation.
Completely agree. That means more room for experimentation, less pressure to scale up too fast. Plus, a lot of Indian AI startups are going global from day one, especially in the SaaS market.
Yeah, absolutely do. And it makes a perfect sense. Build in India, sell to the US or EU. That's the old SaaS playbook, just with an AI twist. And global buyers are looking for plug in and play. Most don't want to build these tools in house.
Exactly. So, let's say you are advertising a first time AI founder. What would you tell them to focus on if they're trying to raise money?
I'd say number one, be lesser sharp about the problem you are solving. Don't just add AI for the sake of it. Number two, build defensibility. Get your own data, integrate deeply, show traction. And last but not the least, think global, even if you launch local.
Nice. I'd say tell a story that's bigger than we use AI. VCs want to know why you will win. how sticky your product is, and what real world value it delivers to the people.
Totally. Oh, and let's not forget the policy shift. The removal of the angel tax. That's a big deal for early stage founders. It shows India's seriousness about making itself startup friendly.
Yeah, between that and the focus on the software led AI, it feels like India's finally leaning into its strengths instead of trying to be everything all at once.
And we are not just playing catch up anymore. We are genuinely competing on a global stage.
So, the bottom line is the AI wave is here, and India, we are not just surfing it, we are building boards, setting up the surf schools, and maybe opening a few beach cafes here and there while we are at it.
I love that. But seriously, it's not just a hype anymore. It's a real inflation point of India's tech ecosystem.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for this conversation, Sanjay. Always great to unpack what's really going on beneath the headlines. Maybe we do a follow up when the next Indian AI report drops.
Count me in, and who knows, maybe the next time we'll be talking about India's first 10 billion AI unicorn.
Let's hope, fingers crossed.
And to everyone who has tuned in tonight, whether you are building, investing, or just curious about how AI is evolving in India, drop us a line. We'd love to hear your story and your perspective.
And if you are building something bold in AI and want to talk strategy, markets, or scaling, we at Lyrapulse are here to help. We partner with startups, enterprises, and investors to turn good ideas into great outcomes.
Follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe to Lyrapulse, and stay tuned for more episodes where we break down the trends shaping the future of tech and businesses.
Thanks for listening. And remember, innovation's great, but innovation with direction, that's where the magic happens.